Well, hello, Glue Troopers, and welcome back to the TARDIS. I was wondering, what kind of music do you guys listen to when you are building? I listen to usually show tunes and things like that. The CDs I have in here now are some old show tunes I bought years ago, and also a lot of Glue Troopers, well, a couple of Glue Troopers have sent me a lot of CDs of music, a lot of show tunes and stuff like that. Sometimes I listen to those, but partly out of laziness, I think this thing holds 5 CDs. I got Last of the Mohicans, I have Gladiator, I have a CD that has The Right Stuff and North and South, which is this one. Then I have a couple of them novelty songs, I think, that were sent to me by Orange Tabby that I listen to a lot. Partly out of laziness to to change the CDs. It's way down there under the table. But yeah, you know, sometimes I come and just forget to crank the music up. I get so into the model, but I like to have music going when I can. So today, all I did was work on and pretty much finish the chassis and lower end of the T-26. And the plates, the engine grills, are pressure fit in place. They're not glued. So I can pop them out so you can see the inside of the engine. And I have to tell you, the fit on some of these small parts is positively exquisite. And some of the larger parts was a little bit more argumentative. Some of the hatches weren't, I mean, they weren't bad, but they didn't quite seal up to drop in as nice as I'd like. Minor thing. Of course, many layers of paint as I put on this thing might have had a little bit to do with that. Also, the front and the rear end had just a hint of trouble with fitting. I wound up actually knocking off some of the parts already put on. Now that I have built this, I will tell you, I followed and did it by the numbers, but I'm telling you right now, I think they made a mistake with the instruction sheet. You should mount the top, and once you get the engine built and everything, have the inside finished, and the wheels on it, and the tracks, you should mount the top before you start putting all these little greeblies on it. You know, the grab handles and headlamps and everything. Because I knocked at least 2 of them off trying to fit it. And fortunately, one of them hit the floor, but thankfully I found it. And and some of these things, I had to use the stick with a little wax on the end of it to pick the parts up and drop them in, because some of these tow hitches and lift points are really tiny. So if you did that, you could fight with it without worrying about knocking stuff off, and then I would add all the little parts on, because everything's out where you can get it. That's just my 2 cents. If somehow I wanted to do another one of these, that's how I'd do it. And but that being said, not the end of the universe. And I had pre-fit the top on it a couple of times before I'd gotten this far along with it. All the little stuff on it wasn't a problem, but once I tried to mate it with the glue and everything, it gave me a problem. One little spot in the rear end sorta is just a tiny bit higher than it ought to be, I think, but you know what? I mean, I know where it's at, so I see it, but if you didn't, unless you're an IPMS judge, you probably wouldn't notice. And, you know, doesn't bother me. Just because my eye goes straight to it. But, anywho, really happy that you can pop those grills out and see the inside of the engine work in case I want to pose it that way. Again, no detail on the turret. Although they do give you a full 30 caliber machine gun for the bow gun. And that's really the only thing on here that isn't, you know, olive drab. You know, the gun barrel's is a gun gray black. They give you 2 tiny little plastic discs, and I mean tiny, that are supposed to go in the headlamps areas, but I think I'm going to fill those in. I guess you paint them white and put them, but I think I'm going to fill that in with a little clear glue or something, and then let that be the headlights. But so far, though, it's good kit. Very, very, very happy with it. And looks like I have one spot on the rear of the fender that I might need to see if I can get that. Didn't quite seat. So, no big deal. Yeah, it's a minor fix for tomorrow. I'm afraid to fix anything at this point, for afraid of doing more damage. But that's where we're at with that. And haven't really gotten a chance to get anything else. I do have a couple of boxes full of kits that are going to temporary storage out in the garage, because there's going to be some changes around here. And again, I'll talk about that once it's firmed up. Will be no content tomorrow. I have I have stuff I have to do tomorrow. Doesn't matter what. pretty important stuff that it's got to be taken care of. In fact, I got a lot of important things coming down the pike right now, so you guys might be seeing a little bit less content for a while, but I'll get it out as I can. And so that's really all I have to say about that. That's pretty much it. This is my second time doing this video today because I left the air conditioner on last time. Oh! Well, yep, I think that's everything. Well, guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you had a chance to get some modeling. Take care of yourselves, and as always, model on.